Starter Nolan Best's about to walk to his rostrum, it won't be long. They're under starter's orders. And they're off for the PPOA members rate. And down towards the first of 19 fence, it's the outside of Weir Pool on the inside who leads, but not a great deal of pace on in the early stages. Weir Pool by a couple of lengths, and Funchen View on the stand side, and then the odds-on favourite Heron's Rock the Grey just third. Coming up past the enclosures, 2 circuits to run, and it's Weir Pool out in front now by some 3 lengths from Heron's Rock on the inside in second, and Funchen View in third in the orange jacket of Stephen Astaire as they run to the downhill fence number 2. Pushed into it, Weir Pool by a length and a half from Heron's Rock just slightly out to his left, and another length and a half then back to Funchen View, who's the back marker, as they make this long sweeping right-handed turn going out into the country, and it's Chris Newport on Weir Pool clear by 2 from Heron's Rock and Michael Portman in second place, and then 3 lengths back to Funchen View and Stephen Astaire, the whipper in. Making the run now to a line of 3 fences down the side of the course. The first 2 are plain, the last one is the first of the waters, and they run into the wings of the third. It's Weir Pool, but now only by 3/4 a length from Heron's Rock. Wasn't quite as fluent as the leader added in second, and then Funchen View restrained back in third. Steeply downhill, just passing the 4-mile starting point where the big race will get underway in another half an hour's time as they run down towards the port. Weir Pool by a half length on the inside of Heron's Rock, and now there's 3 lengths back to Funchen View, but they're all jumping well in the early stages, but no great pace on at all as they now go down to the bottom end of the course. This is where the ground's at its softest, and this is the water. Weir Pool the inside of Heron's Rock, there's a length between them, and then there's 4 back to Funchen View. Making another turn, this time towards a plain fence, this fence known as the Valley Fence, as they come towards it. And now nothing between the 2 leaders. Heron's Rock moving right up on the outside of Weir Pool and possibly just shading the lead as they run towards the first of the open ditches, but Weir Pool once again goes on the flat, and there's now 6 lengths back to Funchen View. This is a ditch. Weir Pool just dived at it slightly on the inside of Heron's Rock, both jumped it well, and the break then at 5 to 6 back to Funchen View. Stephen Astaire looks quite happy just to sit in behind the other 2 as they draw now to the fence with 3 out next time. This is the drop fence. Heron's Rock on the outside of Weir Pool, nothing between them. Again on the flat, Weir Pool goes on by about half a length, so they meet the rising ground. Heron's Rock in second and Funchen View back in third. Funchen View, who was the 2-to-1 favourite when winning this club race by 3 lengths 12 months ago. Making the run towards the 9th, they've almost completed the circuit, and Heron's Rock by about a head over that one from Weir Pool, just being pushed along on the inside now by Chris Newport, and then Funchen View closing to within about 2.5, 3 lengths back in third. About to make the turn, passing the starting point, they've completed 1 lap of the track, they come down towards halfway, and Weir Pool being driven along on the inside to keep a narrow lead, but Michael Portman still going with a double handful on the grey Heron's Rock on stand side, and then comes Funchen View back in third as they skip over that fence. That marks halfway, they've taken 10, another 9 to go, and there's not a great deal between them now at this stage, with Weir Pool the inside still just being pushed along, narrow lead from Heron's Rock, and he's already taking a look over his shoulder to see exactly where the other rival is, and that's Funchen View, and he sees he's about 5 lengths back in third. Funchen View, the winner of 7 races in his career. As they go into this one, and the favourite got that one wrong, a mistake there by Heron's Rock. He was actually quite intelligent about it. He put in a short one and got himself out of trouble, really fiddled it, but did lose about 3/4 a length as he took that fence. And it means that Weir Pool goes into the turn with a lead of about a length from Heron's Rock in second, and Funchen View still waiting in rear back in third. And as yet, they've still really yet to quicken up as they now enter the final mile. Making the run down the hill once again towards this plain fence, fence 12 of the 18, coming towards it. And over this one, it was Heron's Rock, the better jump on the outside of Weir Pool, whose rider's been scrubbing along now for about a mile or so. And then comes Funchen View, also just being pushed along now, back in third. They quicken up as they come towards fence 13, and it's Heron's Rock up on the outside of Weir Pool. There's not going to be that much between them as they take this one. They land as 1, and then there's 3 lengths back to Funchen View back in third. The run down towards the water jump for the final time, inside the final 6.5 furlongs now, this PPOA club race. as they come towards it. Weirpool still sticking to the inside of Heron's Rock. Heron's Rock took that one by about a half length, but once again jumped out a little bit away to his left there. He has given away a bit of ground at his fences jumping left, the favourite, and just being pushed along now as they make that turn, and Funchen View has closed right up as they come to this next fence, and Funchen View has flown round that turn and has taken it up, and Heron's Rock makes a bad mistake at that fence, the valley fence, and that might well have blown the favourite's chances as they now come towards the final open ditch. A shock on the cards as Funchen View has come from last to first within about a quarter of a mile from Weirpool in second place, and having looked like an odds-on shot about half a mile ago, Heron's Rock is stopping to a walk. He's under hard driving and going absolutely nowhere. So coming towards the third from home, Funchen View being waiting patiently in rear by Stephen Scare, skips over the third from home, clear by 5. Weirpool back in second place. Heron's Rock is plugging on, but he's really stopping to a walk, and Michael Portman's about to get off and push as they make the run up now through the cutting for the final time. So you've just got 2 more to take in this Dodson and Harrell Point-to-Point Owners Association Club race, and Funchen View, the second favourite, comes to it. Ears prick, gets in a bit close, went through the top of it, but jumps it safely. Weirpool in second place. Here comes Heron's Rock coming to it in third. He's over it safely but very slow, and making the turn now back towards home. It's Funchen View bidding for career win number 8. He's going to be winning here at Tweseldown for the third time in his career if he jumps his final fence safely. Funchen View well clear. He's clear now by some 20 lengths from Weirpool, who's also stopping to a walk back in second place. 1 fence between Funchen View and victory. If he jumps it, he wins. Gets in close, but he sat tied over safely. A long look over his shoulder. There's no danger. Funchen View clear under Stephen Stare. Weirpool is over safely in second. Heron's Rock still coming to it in third, but up towards the line, Funchen View and Stephen Stare win it clear from Weirpool in second, and Heron's Rock is a very disappointing favourite over the last in third.